know your data has been lost or isn't. And for today's video, for those who doesn't know me, I'm Don Chloe and we're gonna talk about how to recover your file. Oh no, how can we do that? It's gone, it's deleted. Don't worry, it's somewhere in there. Don't panic, because what if I told you there is a rescue plan for it? You're gonna learn data CPR, so this is how to recover your files, so you don't need to worry. So let's get into it. Okay, so every business is vulnerable to disruption. Service outages, data corruption, and catastrophic failures are not a matter of it. But when the critical question isn't how to prevent every failure, but how to prepare for and recover from them effectively, planning for recovery is fundamental to business continuity. So guys, think about the movie Toy Story. So what if right before Woody and Buzz were supposed to get back to Andy, the moving truck just broke down? So what you should do? The whole plan falls apart. Like that is an example. An IT disaster is like for a business. So this is basically a critical question. Isn't how do we make a truck that never breaks? So it is impossible. But the question is, what's our plan when it does? So that is when RPO and RTO comes in clutch. Because if I'm being honest with you, when a crisis hits, so everything is chaos, people are panicking, the pressure is on. So to cut through that noise, you need to focus on these two questions that I have here for you. So the first one, how much stuff can we afford to lose forever? Like imagine you're writing a book on your computer and it suddenly crashes. So how many pages are you okay with rewriting it? So the last paragraph or the last chapter? So that's a data question. And the second, how fast do we need to back up and running? Is it okay if your computer is down for a week while you send it to the repair shop? Or do you need it fixed by this afternoon because you have a deadline? So that's a time question. So this too is the simple questions translate directly into our magic acronyms, which is RPO and NTO. Okay, so next. Okay, so let's start with the RPO, or the recovery point objective, because this answers the how much did we lose. So in simple terms, it's basically how far back in time we have to go and find a clean, safe copy of our data. So think it of like a save point in a video game. So how do you often hit the save button? Because if you save every 5 minutes in the game, it kinda glitches, and I think you might lose a few minutes of progress. So it's really annoying if I'm being honest with you, which is actually true. But it's not the end of the world if I'm being honest with you, because if you never save and the game crashes, you have to start the whole thing over from the beginning, and that is kinda sucks. So your RPO is how often you're willing to hit that save button in your business data. So let me give you an example. It's from a movie, and it's called a Groundhog Day. So Bill Murray's character wake up and the entire day has been reset. So basically all his progress has been lost, and his RPO is 24 hours. So he loses a whole day worth of data, like everything that he actually learned, because everything he did, for most of us in business, that will be a nightmare. So now contrast that with a bank. If a bank system crashed and they lost every transactions, every time, like every day, because the last hour, and that will be millions of dollars in chaos, and their RPO needs to be like near zero, and they need a system that constantly saving it. It's just like a real-time copy of everything that's actually happening. Okay, so RPO is a business decision. It's not just a technical settings, because the required RPO depends entirely on the critical of the system. So it directly dictates the required backup frequently. So basically, you don't just pick a random number for your RPO, but if you have to think about it, it is what you're protecting. So for your company's main customer database or your live website, that's just like a bank, and it's mission critical. So you need a tight RPO, so maybe minutes or seconds, I don't know, but it depends, because this isn't a cheap or easy. It requires a fancy tech that constantly replicates data. And so what about the server that stores last year marketing photos, or the internal wiki that nobody updates every often? And that is a low priority system, so if it goes down, then losing a day's worth of data might be totally fine, but a tight RPO here would be a waste of money if I'm being honest with you, because a nightly backup is probably perfect. So see, it's a business decision about what's truly important, so it isn't just a technical box to check. So okay, so we're gonna understand the RTO and how fast do we need to recover. Okay, so alright, so on to the second, the RTO, or the recovery time objective. So this is all about the speed. It's the maximum amount of downtime of your business that can handle. So let's go back to our movie, and in Apollo 13, when the oxygen tank explodes, like the RTO for getting a new air filtration system, I think it was built was like an hour, or they couldn't wait for a part to be shipped from Earth, so they had to use what was in the capsule right now. So the RTO was incredibly short, because the consequence of missing it was, well, astronauts not breathing like that, like they are practically dead. So think about your logo library's website going down for an hour. So it's inconvenient for someone trying to reserve a book, but it's not a life or death, but the RTO could be a few hours. So the key to understand this RTO is that the clock starts the second that the disaster happens. So it includes everything, like everything that we have been working on, the time to realize something was wrong, so to get the team on a call to find the backups, to rebuild the system. So, and it is important to test it, because it's actually working correctly. It's before you flip the switch back on, so it's the total downtime from a crash to fully back in business. Okay, so RPO and RTO in action. So let's use the example of our real world. So look at here. The last successful backup was 2 p.m. System crash, and the system fully restored was 4:30. So you see, they work together. So imagine you basically run an online store. Your last good backup was 3 p.m., which is the system crash, and your server completely crashed because of it, and the time was 4. So your team works miracles and gets everything back online at 5:30. So now let's measure that against your plan. Your RPO was 1 hour. You basically lost all the sales and customers data from 3 to 4. So I think that's 1 hour of lost data. It stinks, it sucks, but you have to call those customers eventually. But it was within your acceptable limit. So your RTO was basically 1.5 hours. The site was down for 4 to 5:30, and that's I think if we calculate it, that is a 90 minutes of your downtime. So you met your goal. So yes, so this is what success looks like. So you set your boundaries first based on your business, and it could tolerate, but in your recovery plan, it works within them. Okay, so the fundamental trade-off, cost versus continuity. So why do we go through all of this? It's because RPO and RTO are the foundation of your business resilience, because they basically force you to think ahead and actually have a plan instead of just panicking. I mean there is a catch, and it's really a big one, because there is a direct trade-off between cost and protection, and on one end of the scale, so you have a high tolerance. So basically think of the Dodds rug in the Big Lebowski, and it really tied the room together, and it was stolen. It was a major hassle, but his life didn't end. Replacing it took time and money, but it wasn't a crisis. So that is a long RTO and RPO. On the other hand, if you have zero tolerance, think of the Avengers movie trying to stop Thanos. The RTO was basically zero. They had to stop him before he snapped his fingers or the people will be gone. And the cause of failure was the loss of half of the all life in Earth. So they needed the most powerful, complex, and expensive plan possible. So they created a time travel. And so, if we apply it to your business, you have to ask that is this system my favorite rug, or is it the fate of the universe? So you match the cost and complexity of your solution to the value of what you're protecting. Okay, let's wrap it all up or summarize it. So basically, RPO or recovery point objective is how much did we lose? The number. It's about your backup strat. So the RTO recovery time objective is how long that we are down that the number. It's about your recovery process. So they are the two sides of the same coin, and they give you a clear a shared language that everyone from the CEO to the IT team and it can actually use to build a plan for the inevitable. So don't wait for your moving truck or to break down, or just like in the movie Toy Story that I mentioned earlier, that you don't have to wait that the truck will be stopped, because defining your RPO and RTO and building your plan before it actually happens, and it will sleep a little better at night. So that is my topic about, and I hope you guys understand, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.